Hi, my name is Jennifer. I'm a group exercise instructor and physical therapist. Today's class is a mat Pilates class. You don't need any other equipment. I'm not going to play music, so you can put on whatever music you want in the background or just have it be quiet. Make sure you're listening to your body. Don't do anything that hurts. I will show multiple levels of options for the exercises and go from there. So pick something that you can do in good form, but that feels challenging. Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh at my dog running around the background. Let's get started.
All right, we're gonna get started in a hands and knees position. So come onto a tabletop. Shoulders are over those hands, hips are over those knees. And I want you to just start with a little bit of spinal mobility here. So tuck that tailbone, tuck that chin, just start real gentle, a little bit of flexion, pull that tummy up and in. And then relax and reverse that into some extension. So just kind of play around with where you just start to feel a little bit of that back stretch this morning as you're going back and forth between those two positions. So exhale, flexing, inhale, extend. Exhale, flex, inhale, extend. And as you start to feel like maybe you can flex just a little bit more and engage that core just a little bit more, keep doing that. One more time, and release. Now, I want you to walk your hands out a little bit farther in front of you, drop those hips forward into a plank, hold those abs a few seconds, and then press back. And kind of lengthen through those arms, pressing back, pause in a plank. I don't want you to overextend this and end up arching. A little flexion, come to neutral spine. And just keep working back and forth a few times with that. My core is recruited, so I want you to really start kicking in that pelvic floor, transverse abdominal muscle, compressing that abdominal wall towards your spine. One more time, hold it forward. Now tuck your toes if you can and come up into a push-up position, push-up plank. And then I want you to lift your hips, dropping your chest into a down dog. I gotta walk my feet in a little bit. And just transition a few times between those two positions. So down dog, dropping into a plank. Again, don't over drop through those hips. Make sure you're not sagging. You're coming to your nice solid plank. Breathing, setting that core. One more time. And release those knees down, and then bring yourself into sitting, and we're gonna roll it all the way down onto our backs. Take those hands behind your head, get that core engaged, and then come up into a curl. I want your knees together and your feet together. I'm gonna come up on the balls of my feet, and I'm gonna do some rotation. So starting to warm up those obliques. You can also keep your head down if you would like. Couple more. One more to each side. And pause at center. Bring the legs out, hip distance apart. Release the arms. Come into that ab curl position. Tuck your chin. Take a look at the belly. It should not have gotten bigger and bulged outward. So I've got my shoulders and my shoulder blades off of the floor, but if you are poofing, come down a little bit more. If you're still poofing, come down a little more. Figure out where you can control that abdominal wall, okay? Just do a couple breaths here, focus on breathing through that rib cage, and then we are gonna transition right into the 100 from here, okay? Now, we've got 4 different leg options. If you know your level as we're going through exercises, just start it. You don't have to wait for me. So we've got a nice strong pump through the floor. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staccato breath. Level 2, you're gonna pick your feet up to knee level and keep pumping and going through your breath, okay? Level 3, you're gonna straighten those knees out, lock them, kind of fight those hamstrings a little bit. And then level 4, you can lower those legs down towards the floor. Finish your breath. Bring it in and lower down. All right, now this next one, you're gonna have to really listen to your body on, okay? This can be a pretty difficult exercise to do with good form. So make sure, again, form is key. Most people can kind of cheat on abdominal exercises and they can do some pretty high level looking exercises, but in just really dumpy form. So you're not getting anything out of it or you're gonna hurt yourself. So we are gonna do a double leg lower. I'm gonna have my hands behind my head here. So if you're gonna start, I want you to pick your knees up right over those hips, get that belly compressed, and you're gonna start lowering those feet towards the floor, maybe tapping and coming back up. Now, if as you lower, your low back starts arching and lifting, or your abdominal wall bulges, your rib cage flares, okay, you went too far. So sometimes with a double leg lower, it looks like this, okay? And that's okay. Some days mine look like that too. So it just depends on how you're feeling that day, how strong your core is, maybe how fatigued you are from different workouts. So starting here with that lower. Then, if you feel like, okay, yeah, I got that stabilized, you can start to move it out a little farther away from your body, maybe straighten the knees a little bit more. You can also add an ab curl. So I'm gonna be up here in an ab curl with my legs straight, all right? And then I'm gonna be lowering from here. So you're gonna lower until you just can't feel like you can control the feather edge of that and lift back up. All right, so lower, 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 and pull. My legs are very engaged. My quads are tight. I am squeezing my ankles together. Pelvic floor recruited, belly tucked tight towards my spine. My low back is not moving. Breathe. Just one more. These can be a little challenging. Again, I kind of threw them in a little early today. And lower down and release. Now we're gonna do single leg stretch, but we're gonna throw in just a little bit of a straight leg raise option every third rep. So we'll do a stretch, stretch, stretch. On the third one, we'll pause. We'll do a leg lift. So coming up into your curl, can engage through that core. Traditional single leg stretch. Hand on top of the knee, reaching down the side of that foot, and you extend at that leg, stretch it out. So you're switching on a breath. This would be exhale, exhale, exhale. Yeah? Now we're gonna pause on the third though. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, straight leg down. 1, 2, 3, straight leg down. Now my foot that I'm reaching out is about my face height. You could modify it and kick it up a little higher. Okay, anything that's gonna drop that leg down towards the floor is gonna get a little bit more gravity tug to it. Tuck your chin, take a look at the belly. Make sure it's in. Last few. Finish one on each side. I like this little modification. It's kind of a fun one. And bring it in and lower down. All right, we're gonna pop up onto our forearms. If this is not comfortable for your shoulders, please lay down on the floor, okay? Now, you have to open that heart and pinch those shoulder blades back. You cannot be slouchy. Well, you can, but it's not right, okay? So don't be slouchy. Open up through that chest, pinch those shoulder blades back, and again, get that core engaged. We're gonna be doing a scissor to lower and then we're gonna be doing a straight leg lift. So then we're gonna switch it. So we're gonna kick those legs straight up. If your hamstrings are still feeling a little tight today, pause, stretch them out a little bit, and then come back to it. So we're gonna be scissoring on the way down, and then lift. Strong pull. Scissor, 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 scissor. Strong pull. Now, I can bend my knees and come back and do some double leg lowers. You're just gonna end up doing 2 sets. There isn't really a good way to modify this with knees bent. I mean, you could do a little foot over foot if you wanted, just for like a little fun variation, okay? Sometimes I sort of think of modifications as we go. Just when I think I can't come up with one, it hits me. Keep that heart up. I don't care at your pace because you might be a little bit slower or faster than me, depending on how low those legs are scissoring. If you go lower, it's going to take longer. Now we're going to reverse that. You're going to lower, scissor up, lower, scissor up. How about one more? Now, keep them going. Scissor, 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 scissor. These are cross leg with the scissors. And release and roll it down. Now we are gonna do scissor, traditional scissor, okay? So flexion, extension, hip scissor, not add an abduction scissor. So, belly tight in. I feel like I've said so a lot today. I'm sorry. I will try to be more mindful of that. Pull in the pelvic floor, belly back to your spine. Come up into a curl, and then you're gonna straighten one leg this time. Fingertips behind the knee, the calf, or the ankle. Do not death grip it and pull yourself up, okay? Other leg is gonna be extended out. So we've got straight, parallel with the floor, other leg vertical. 2 pulses and you have to switch. Exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. Modifications. Bend your knee a little bit as it comes in. If your hamstrings are tight, you can leave a foot down and do a straight leg or a bent knee in for your 2 pulses. So exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. And you have a good look at the belly, yeah? I'm holding right now because I'm demonstrating, but take a look. Tuck your chin. What do you see and happen there? Again, my legs don't really look that different if I'm not touching them. So that fingertip is just a little bit of extra pulse, kind of over pressure. Exhale, 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 exhale. Knees are locked, your quads are fired. Last 2. Last 1. And release. Get water when you need it. We're going to move into a bridge, and we're going to use that 3 count again, lifting to 3, and then we're going to walk out, out, in, in. If you don't want to do the walk, that's fine. Pause through that 1 count. So hands into the floor. See, I said it again. Must be my word of the day. Shoulders back, get that core engaged, and push up into your bridge. Now, it's not about how high your bridge can get. You are not overarching your back. I am in neutral. Okay, I am neutral spine. I'm getting a good sandwich here with my butt and gut. Feet are underneath my knees. I want you to lift 1, halfway down, 2, halfway down, 3, walk out, out, in, And depending on how far you walk, it's more difficult. 3, 2, 1. Other leg, out, out, in. Let's lower halfway. 1, lift. 2, 3, out, out, in. Lower 1, 2, 3, out, out, in. Keep going at that pace. Control it. Last few. How about finish one more on each leg for walking? 3, 2, 1. Keep that core engaged. Pelvis stable with your walk. Last 1, 3. Walk out, out, in. Lower all the way down and pull your knees into your chest. Kind of loosen that up. I'm gonna rock it a little bit. You can do a little wiggle. Sometimes that massages it. Whatever feels good. All right, we're gonna flip it around. Come on up. We're gonna be back in a push-up position like we did in warm-up. We're gonna be doing a single knee drop and a double knee drop. Modifications, as always, are coming. Hands on the floor, feet back in your push-up position. The goal is to not have anything happen in the upper body. You're gonna drop a knee, double knee, single knee, double knee. I'm not moving front to back. If you're on your knees for a modification, still engaging through that core, you're gonna reverse this. You're gonna straighten, double, straighten, double. If you do not want to do the doubles, keep alternating singles, or stay in the plank and just hold it. Or skip this exercise if it's not working for you. If you'd rather go to your forearms because of your wrists, you can do that as well. The hip flexion just won't be as big, but you can still be doing single, double. Yeah? All right, here we go. You really have to kind of roll over your toes to drop that in without having much of that upper body movement. Pelvic floor engaged, belly to your spine. One more on each side. And release. Onto our stomachs, and we're gonna swim. Roll it on down. I'm always curious as to what music people are playing at home while they do my class. I think today, if I had my choice, I would put on RM's new album, just released over the last week. It's amazing. Reach Out has a really good vibe to it. We've got arms and legs extended, belly up to your spine, pelvic floor recruited. Do not bloat your belly and push it into the floor. Pull it away from the floor. Imagine somebody has your wrists and your ankles and they are pulling you, lengthening your limbs. So think about the reach as you lift up. Your chin will be tucked and your neck will be neutral, but I know you're watching right now. We're gonna flutter kick arms and legs. Staccato breath like the 100, but this time it's a 4 count. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Lengthen. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Modifications. Maybe I hold. Maybe I put my head down and I just do my legs if it bothers my shoulders. Now hold. Again, think length and lift. Lower down and shake your back out. We're gonna move into side lying. I'm gonna get a super quick drink before we do some hip and leg series here. I'm a creature of habit. I always feel like I take a drink right at the same time of class. I always have my same water bottle. Pick a side. I don't care what side you do. Doesn't matter. Legs are extended in neutral. And you are going to pull that belly in tight. All right, just because we're on our side does not mean that this should be all hanging out. Most of the time, that's what people aren't really pulling in. Even in something like a side plank, they're really focused on that side lift, and then their abdomen is just kind of hanging out there. But really keep that tucked in, okay? Zip that imaginary tight pair of pants in. Our top leg is gonna be held up. You can point, you can flex, I don't care, whatever works for you. Pelvic floor engaged. You are going to be lifting the bottom leg to the top leg. So you don't want your leg up here because there's no way that bottom leg is gonna hit it. So it's about parallel with the ground, yeah? I'm gonna flex today, just feel like flexing. We're gonna lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you need some more help, fingertips into the floor. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold the bottom leg up. Top leg lifts. 1, 2. You can put the bottom leg down if you need. 3, 4, 5. Keep the kneecap forward. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold both legs together, and you're gonna double lift. 1, pull a little bit from the waist. 2, 3, 4, not a big move. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Hold. I want you to reach through your arm. Really pull up through that waistline. Tuck that tummy. Tight, tight, tight. And release everything down. Okay, we've got the other side to do, so flip it around. However you get there. Arm extended, hips are stacked, legs are in alignment with your body. Get that core recruited and engaged. Top leg held up. Bottom leg's gonna connect with it. Lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Controlled movement. Try not to just like flip it up there. 22, 25. We might have done an extra one there. 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Hold that up. Top leg lifts 1, 2, kneecap forward, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, pelvic floor in, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Both feet together. Squeeze their legs. Lift 1, 2, not a big motion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, reach a little bit more, really engage the whole side of the body. Reach, 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 reach. And release it down. And moving on to your back again. We're gonna start with our arms overhead. Another sort of double leg lower, but we're gonna try to do a little reverse curl in between. So my arms are gonna be overhead. I'm gonna pull my knees in. You're gonna tap the floor. Again, we're kind of going back to that starting tap. Do not let your back arch and raise. After you tap, you're gonna pull your knees in and try to tuck your butt. So it can be a little tuck. So I'm gonna tap and tuck and tap and tuck. I am gonna let you use just a smidgy momentum on this. If you don't wanna use momentum, totally cool, makes it a little harder. If you tap, come here, and then try to pick it up and roll. My back's feeling a little tight today, so I'm really feeling that little stretch as I go to pick my butt up. So I'm listening to my body. It's saying, that's about as far as my back wants to go today for some reason. I did a little more sitting yesterday at work than what I normally used to in a meeting. And yeah, my back's a little sore, even with some stretching. So listen to your own body. You can also put your arms at your side. That will help give you a little lift. So if you're having a tough time picking your butt up at all, press into the floor. Use your lats. You could tap and really get a little leverage with those arms. If my arms are overhead, I can't really use them for much. Finish one more. And release that. We are going to start in a shell. So in some spinal flexion here with the upper body. Back again, glued into the floor, belly to your spine. We're going to be doing an alternating, I lied, we're going to do everything on one side and then flip to the other. You can put your head down if your neck gets tired, but really think about tucking that chin, using those anterior cervical flexors, just really keep that length through that head and neck, okay? Now, I'm going to start with the side that's closest to you. So same side, same arm and leg, and it pulls in. I am lightly putting my fingers on top of the other leg. So if you need a little more assistance, you hold a little bit more securely. Lengthen, take a look at the belly, no poofing. Pull it in. Reach 2, pull it in. Reach 3, pull it in. Modification, I can tap the floor closer to me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch it out. Reach 1, lengthen 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now listen up. We're gonna do opposites. So that means you're gonna have to let go of your knees. So I'm just gonna kind of hold my hands over my body, and now we're gonna go opposites. If you wanna do another set of same, do it. Reach 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. Switch it out. Opposites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe, and 10, and release it down. So a little bit of neck endurance on that one too towards the end of class, especially if your neck gets a little tired by the end of class. Now we're gonna sit up in a teaser. Similar pattern. Sorry, I keep playing with these. You know, your pants have like strings, but they're just sort of like, they don't really do anything. They're for looks, but I don't know who wants strings in their pants. I digress. Here we go. On to teaser. So we are gonna hold, see, I said it again. We're gonna hold on our teaser, and we're gonna do the same pattern we did in shell. So if you'd rather be on your back and do another round of what we just did, that's what you're gonna do. We are just going to do 10 and 10, and then we'll do some more. So full teaser. We've lengthened our hamstrings a little bit with some of the other exercises we've done today, so hopefully this feels a little more doable for you. So you're sitting up really tall here, all right? So really lengthen that whole spine. You can bend your knees a little bit. That will help if you have some tight hamstrings in this position. Now, same arm, same leg. Reach and pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're gonna switch it. Re-engage your core, pelvic floor. Lower 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Hold and pause. Bring your feet together. Keep breathing. Bring them out a little bit, shoulder width, and together. Let's just move back and forth with that a little bit. Belly back nice and tight, pelvic floor in. Now hold it for a few seconds. See if you can let go. Hold, 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 hold. You can bend your knees if you need to. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release and pull your heart up. Now we are gonna finish with a standing balance, which sometimes I don't squeeze that into class, but I'm going to today. So we're gonna stand up, however you wanna get there. And we're just gonna do a single leg balance, but the other leg is gonna kick out in some different directions. So we're gonna be forward, we're gonna be side with it, and we're gonna be backwards with it. Sorry, the lighting there is really bad, I realized when I stood up.
So pick a foot. I don't care which one you do. All right, I was kind of seeing if the lighting got any better, but it doesn't. So here we go. I'm gonna pour my weight into one leg. It is a single leg stance. I'm not even gonna make you do a mini squat. So you're just gonna soften your knee. I don't want it hyperextended and locked out. Toes are forward. You're gonna bring your arms up overhead, lengthening again, and just kick the other leg out front. Point or flex, doesn't matter. Leave your foot relaxed. There was a Canadian accent that squeezed in there. It's about time we lift our foot out front. Bring the leg to the side. My pelvis stayed level. I did not lean my body. And back behind you. Again, I'm still upright. I did not fold forward. So your leg is not very far off the floor. And release. Hopefully you felt that little ankle working, your toes grabbing the floor, working all those little muscles in your feet. Arms elevated. Again, you do not have to do that if you do not want. You can bring your arms to your side if you need to balance. Foot out, tall posture. A little less stable on that side today. To the side. Again, I didn't lean. Back behind. Fight the kind of want to lean. Keep pulling it back, postural. And release it in, release the arms. Let's stretch. You guys are done, you made it. Come on down onto those hands and knees again. Tuck your toes underneath you. I want you to press those hips up. Drop that chest, sink into a down dog. And pause here for some stretch through the calves, into the hamstrings. Drop the chest, lift the sit bones. Peel yourself forward into a plank position. You can drop down to your knees if you want. Come all the way down to the floor. Come up onto those elbows. Lengthen the abdominal area. Pull the heart forward. If you want more stretch, push into the floor and extend the back further. Press your butt back. Bring your feet together, knees to the edges of the mat. Drop into child's pose. Lengthen that trunk. Stretch that low back. Walk your hands over to the side. Open up to the side of the rib cage. Other side. And bring it center. I want you to roll it up, tuck your toes underneath you, press yourself back. Or again, however you want to get to standing, rolling it all the way up. We're going to stretch that outer hip in standing. So I'm going to turn my back to you for a moment so that sometimes it's a little easier to mirror. You're going to keep your right leg straight. We're going to be pushing our weight into that outer hip. So we did our exercises for our legs in 0 degrees, kind of neutral for our hip. So I kind of want to stretch it in that same position. So my right leg is straight. I'm going to just bend my left knee and I'm going to push my hip weight out through the side. So you should feel a stretch out here. Now sometimes I have to angle it a little bit. Like I may not be straight out. I may go back just a smidgy bit towards the back corner. I might angle my body a little bit. However you want to get there so you feel a stretch on the outer part of that hip is fine. And if there's a different way that you like stretching out there, do it. Switch it. Straighten the other leg, bend the other, push your butt out to the side. Ooh, the side's a little sore. Feel that? Breathe. Take it center, take a deep breath up, and exhale, and you're done. You are ready for the rest of your day. Hopefully, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I enjoyed having you. Make sure you check out some of my other videos if you want more stretch, or if you're looking for some cardio or different kinds of Pilates with balls and bands and things like that. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.